everyone, welcome back to the review of Hatsune Miku Mebae version, and of course, if you haven't seen the unboxing yet, make sure to check that out. But now, let's take a closer look at the figure itself. Also, this review would not be possible if it wasn't for those awesome people over at Hobby Link Japan, so if you want yourself one of these right here, then you better check out that link down there in the description. Now here we go. Right now there are so many anime figures out there, more than ever, but very few manage to cross the line between standard anime figure and an absolute spectacle in itself. And this one right here is definitely the latter. There's just so much going on in this. The colors, the pose, it's so dynamic in every way. This thing right here is a centerpiece, not to be put with all your other anime figures in a big clogged shelf. This thing needs to be put somewhere on its own. There's just something special about it. There's also very few times when I actually think the figure is better than the original illustration it's based on, but this again is one of those times. And just before we get in for a closer look, I have to say again, seriously, that pose. I think this is probably the most unique pose I've ever seen an anime figure in. So now moving in that little bit closer, and I really don't know where to start because she's so contorted all over the place. But anyway, her face is kind of at a downward angle, as you can see there, so let's try and get in a little closer to that. So there is that face, and what can I say, it's just as you'd expect from Max Factory. Just check out those eyes. The amount going on in the pupils there. We've got how many colors? Green, yellow, white, black, quite a few, very detailed, and the outer details as well, like those lashes and stuff. That is absolutely perfect. Just like I said, no matter where you look on this, there's just so much going on. The hair there towards the front of the face looks great. It's just split up into some perfect looking spikes again. This is transparent plastic painted green and it just looks so good. Also a nice stark contrast compared to that really nice transparent green are these parts around the twin tails in black with what I think is some clear red in there. These are harsh and pointy and in a gloss black, which contrasts really well with the matte teal of the hair. If I move it around there, you can see even better that right on in here, that is in a clear kind of dark pinkish color. Again, so much detail on here. But of course, the main event here has to be the twin tails themselves. These things are crazy, off the charts crazy. This hair sculpt right here is as good as it gets. Just look at all those strands spinning and intertwining all over the place. And just to make it even better, the color fades from that nice, solid teal into a slightly transparent pink to an even more transparent blue, finally to a super transparent yellow. The skin has been done in a nice, really soft matte flesh tone, which has been nicely highlighted with some pink airbrushing here and there. That might not show up too well on the video, it never does, but trust me, in person, it looks great. Just like the rest of her, the hands and feet have been sculpted perfectly and look so dynamic. We've got some nice ribbons with roses around the ankles and wrists, and of course the nails are painted and they're gloss, which contrasts nicely against the matte of the skin tone. Lastly then, we've got her costume, which is a mix of transparent sections and solid sections. The ribbon around her torso is in a solid black and pink. The section there on her chest, which looks like feathers, is done in a nice transparent black. That looks really cool. Moving around then to the back, you can see that the skirt there is in a transparent, clear plastic, but painted over with a nice matte black, which looks great. We've got that Miku kind of tealy cyan around the edges, some more nice pink roses, as well as a gloss pink bow on those what I can only describe as thrusters, jet engines. This is definitely an interesting addition. I didn't notice this in the original sketch or on the figure before I took it out of the box, but it's pretty much got two little wings and thrusters on the back. Some nice spiky feathery looking sections all around that. Again, these match with the parts around the twin tails really well and are a nice contrast against the bright, colorful sections. So that is it for the review, and there really isn't much for me to say. The figure says everything itself. Everything about this is absolutely perfect, just like you'd expect from Max Factory. The paint is on point, we've got so many colors on here. Transparent, gloss, matte, you name it, it's got it. The sculpt is amazing as well, just check out that hair. That is fantastic. And again, like I said, that pose is completely unique. This thing right here is the whole package. If you're looking for a figure that is going to be a centerpiece somewhere, on a table, in the center of your collection, anything like that, then this one right here might just be the one for you. There are so many figures of Miku out there, an absolute sea of them. This is one that just really stands out. If you're thinking of getting it, I would highly recommend that you do. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and make sure to come back for more anime figure reviews, and I'll see you next time.